Good evening. Andrew here. Popcorn and whiskey, Friday night edition. All right. Cheers. All right. Let's get this show on the road properly. Let me do this. Come over here, make sure everything is working like it needs to be working, the different platforms. Here we go over here. Change that over to there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to assume it's on the other channels. I'm not even going to go bother looking. Okay, because tonight I am triple casting on Facebook, on LinkedIn, which is different, and on YouTube Live. So there you go. And yes, I have my whiskey here. Salute. Cheers. Here we go. Got the WWE in the background. No popcorn this evening. Did not make any popcorn. So there you go. That's what's going on. So the title, if you saw it, is what is the title tonight? I forgot what I put on there. Let's see. The title is Friday PNW, Radio Waves, Apple's Money. Oh my. That's right. And a few other stuff. Oh, there's my girl Charlotte. Charlotte Flair. Oh, be still my heart. If anybody knows Charlotte, please send her my regards. Send her this a link to this and tell her that be still my heart. I know she's married and she's way too young for me. I'm an old man, but still be still my heart, Charlotte. Okay. That's all we'll say for now. Okay. And she's with the WWE Women's Championship match later on this evening. Yeah, she's getting all warmed up for it. She's all dolled up like usual. Oh, yeah. Here's my girl. So, all right. So, couple of things I want to get into tonight. Oh, yeah. First of all, sponsorship. As usual, all my broadcasts are sponsored by something that I do. Usually it's an ebook. Sometimes it's a service that I market. And tonight is different. Well, no, it's no different. It's the card I'm marketing, big time. There you go. It is the Transact card. And real quick, they have something called Easy Power, where you can now, through the beauties of this app, is get gift certificates for just about any place out there, especially not coming up for Christmas. This is fantastic. Get on the app. If you're going to get a gift certificate for somebody, do it through your own business. Do it through your own credit card. Get points for it. For instance, the other night, I got somebody a gift certificate for Amazon. She loves shopping on Amazon. So I gave her a $25 gift certificate. Guess what I got in return? Because I use my own app, and you can do the same thing. I got $50 of buying power put into my account. Just that simple. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to buy the gift certificate anyway, right? Why not do it through myself or help myself out? It's the same way. Why does everybody else have to get the benefit? Person I was going to send a gift certificate to still got the gift certificate, but instead of the store bringing the profits, well, they will anyway. Why not buy it myself? And that's what I'm offering you as well. So check it out, andrewpaletto.com/card, and go from there. Okay. And right now, the special deal we have, $25 for life of the card. $25. You get the card for life. If you want to use it, great. If you don't, great. I don't know why you wouldn't want to use it. All the perks come with it, but there you go. That is the sponsorship for the evening. Okay. Back to the main event. All right. So I'm scrolling through the internet today. Go to Yahoo search engine, who is, I'll say this right now. And if you haven't figured this out by now, I don't know what's wrong with you. I am a Trump supporter. I am a huge MAGA person. Okay, I do not like what we have in the office right now. I think it's a joke. It's an embarrassment to our country. So I go to Yahoo just for the fact that I like the platform for the, what's it called? The finances. Okay. In order for me to get there, I go to the front page of Yahoo all the time, and it's constantly bashing Trump, bashing the Republicans, constantly. Every day it's a bash. anytime to talk about the occupant of the Oval Office right now, it's a good thing, and I mean, I have yet to see a good thing come out of it. So you tell me 81 million people voted for the guy. Tell me one thing that he's done good. All right. I tell you what, he can fall up the stairs better than anybody I know. Okay, but anyway, so I'm scrolling through there, and okay, let me just share the screen here. Where is it at here? There. Okay. Gonna share the screen. I'm supposed to be up there. Okay. So let me put this over here in case somebody messaged me or something. All right. So I'm looking at this. The headline was 8 billion year old radio signal reaches Earth. All right. I'm thinking that's pretty cool. My first thought was, how do we know it's 8 billion year old radio signal? Is there somebody on the other end saying, you know, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Hey there, how you doing? This is the what is it? From the racks and stacks is the best on wax. Here we go. Yeah, all right, coming at you. Pumping wattage into your cottage. Here we go. That's right. Now, one of those kind of things. No, I don't know what it was. It's 8 billion year old radio signal. My first question is, how do they know it's 8 billion year old? Okay, that's my first question. I say, okay, this is a radio signal. This ought to be pretty cool. Now, high-tech stuff, I don't know about it too much. So I'm great reading through this. It says astronomers have detected a mysterious blast of radio waves that have taken 8 billion years to reach Earth. Again, how do they know? The fast radio burst is one of the most distant and energetic ever observed. Fast radio bursts, or FRBs, are intense, millisecond-long bursts of radio waves with unknown origin. Again, how do they know it's 8 billion years old then if they don't even know where it came from? Riddle me that, Batman. The first FRB, I get a kick out of saying FRB. Why? I don't know. The first FRB was discovered in 2007, and since then, hundreds of these quick cosmic flashes have been detected coming from distant points across the universe. The burst, named FRB 2022061A, lasted less than a millisecond, but in that fraction of a moment, it released the equivalent of our sun's energetic emissions over the course of 30 years. According to the study published Thursday in the journal. You want to talk about global warming? If we get that much sun coming in, 30 times the amount of the sun in just that flash of a second, yeah, it's going to get heated up a little bit. There you go. There's your global warming right there, folks. See, I just solved it. I just solved it. Man, they need to hire me in NASA. Many FRBs release super bright radio waves lasting only a few milliseconds at the most before disappearing, which makes fast radio bursts difficult to observe. Again, 8 billion years? Okay. Using some stuff, blah, 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 blah. The research team traced the burst to what appears to be a group of 2 or 3 galaxies that are in the process of merging, interacting, and forming new stars. Again, how do they know? If it's a millisecond, how are they able to trace it back? I mean, I'm not doubting that they could. I just wondering, how do they know that they're right? It makes no sense to me. It's like when they say we have this planet is so many million light years away. How do we know? How do we know that? How is that even possible to determine that? They're saying that the light we're seeing from some of these planets is light from a planet that has died. Well, then how do we know it's dead? It just makes no sense to me how all that works. If somebody can explain it to me, great. I'm sure it's a more than a one sentence explanation, but it just makes no sense to me. So there you go. So when they talk about all these stars, all these galaxies, all these planets, all this other stuff, like I saw something today where they said a black hole was, they found one that was so big, it was millions and billions and billions of light years away from us. That is like 600 times the size of our galaxy, the Milky Way, which we don't even know how big our galaxy is. So see, that just baffles my mind. I don't get it. All right. So, and another thing, and this is gonna be funny because I'm a believer in Bigfoot. All right. How do we know something is 6 billion light years from us, a radio wave that we can instantly in a millisecond, but we can't get a decent picture of a Bigfoot? Huh? Huh? All right. Something just doesn't add up to me there. If it adds up to you, more power to you, but I don't get it. All right. One of those kind of things. Okay. So there you go. That's that one. All right. Let me come back over here. Oh, I can stay over there. All right. What's somebody over here saying to me here? All right. Hey, I got a reel that reached 100 plays today. That's pretty cool. You see that reel? If not, go to my Facebook page and look, or Instagram and look. If you're watching this on YouTube, sorry, I don't have that particular reel, or short as YouTube calls it, posted on YouTube yet. I'm still baffled by the 8 billion light years radio signal. And another thing, if it's 8 billion years away, how come I can't pick up a radio signal that's 20 miles away sometimes? Huh? I bet that's a bit more powerful. Although I don't think it has the potential of, I don't know, 30 years of sun spotlight coming at you. Nah, whatever it was. It's just weird, don't you think? Don't you think it's weird? All right. The next on my agenda, what I was going to talk about this evening, apples. Apples. If somebody wanted to make apple cider, let's just say apple cider. Okay, well, we won't get into details what else it could be made into. Let me just take a swig of this. It tastes like apples. All right. One method of doing so is freezing the apples, because apparently, and I've not done this yet, but apparently when you freeze the apples somehow expand or implode or something, but the molecules of the juices make the apples crack. And then when you thaw them out, they get gushy and mushy and stuff like that. And you can literally just squeeze the juice out of them. I don't know. If that's the case, great. I don't know. I've never had something like that. Have you? And if that's how it works, I would love to know all the science behind it. And then, do you let the apples thaw? I would assume you do. And then squeeze them. What about the core? I guess you don't have to decore the apples at that point. You squeeze the juice out somehow. I don't know. Still trying to understand this one. So we'll see what happens here, because I did freeze a few, so we'll see what happens. I'm on a couple of Facebook pages where we talk about that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that works out. Because I knew of a place today that was giving me apples, or they wouldn't giving me apples. They had apples for the taking. I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of apples, hundreds of pounds of apples as well. I mean, I couldn't even fit them all in my car if I wanted to. I took a good portion of them. Shoot, I wonder. We should come on sometime. I have a friend who lives up in Vermont who works at an apple orchard. I'm trying to get her to come on the show sometime and we can chit chat. So we'll see if she ever does or not, if she ever watches this or not. I've sent her several messages, but I don't even know if maybe she didn't friend me. Maybe she unfriended me. I don't know. But how could you unfriend me, of all people, right? Whatever. Okay. So, hey, whoever's joining us now, appreciate you being here. Again, my name is Andrew, Popcorn and Whiskey. Friday night special edition. Here we go. The whiskey of choice tonight, which I didn't talk about, is the ever so popular at my house grape whiskey, as I call it, or grape spirits, as I call it. Because what I've done is took a whole bunch of grapes, put them in a big jar, and filled the jar full of spirits. We'll just call it spirits for the time being. And then let it sit in a jar for a long time. Let it age and let the cherries and the spirits combine together. And the spirits come into a little bit of a dark color, as you can see here, right there. And the good thing about it is you can take the cherries and eat the cherries too. Delicious. Absolutely. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? Hello. Yeah, nice to see you. Long time no see. Appreciate you being here. We're talking about the old spirits and everything else here. All right, let me do something so I can put this back to where it needs to be. There. Okay. Okay. So that's what's going on with the spirits wise with the apples. I guess you can do the same thing with pears. You can freeze them as well because I'm going to have a whole lot of pears coming up with me soon. I actually know somebody who's been making some spirits out of persimmons, and I had a taste of it today. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. It was actually um, product wise, it came out at. And for those who don't follow this or don't understand this, they don't may not they if they understand liquor, they understand this. You know what proof is with liquor, right? So, for instance, Jack Daniels is usually like I think 40 proof. Okay, which means it's or is it 80 proof? I think it's 40 proof. I forget what Jack Daniels is. I guess I have to look it up sometime. But whatever proof it is, you cut that in half, and that's the alcohol. Okay, so the as it was coming out of the apparatus today, we'll just leave it at that. It was coming out at 170 proof, which is 85% alcohol. That means for every 100 drops of fluid, 85 drops is going to be pure alcohol, and then 15 drops is water. And then, then you most places would, and this is what I've been told. I don't know for certain because I don't partake in that kind of stuff. Is you dilute it down with water, and you can flavor it if you want to, or put it in different barrels. That's how Jack does it early times. Different whiskeys, they put it in different kind of barrels, done just a specific way, and that's what adds the flavor to them. I know several people who char their own barrels and do it like that. It is an art. It is a hobby. It is an art. You cannot legally distill any alcohol. At least in my state, you cannot legally distill alcohol. You can have the apparatus to do so. You can have all kinds of stuff in the making of the alcohol, but to actually distill it is a no-no. To sell it is an absolutely huge no-no. It's probably selling it probably worse than making it. So, but it's funny how you can buy the apparatus, but you just can't use it. It's like buying a car, but you can't drive it out of your garage. So why bother? Why bother with it, right? It's one of those kind of things. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this. Yeah, I didn't put it on my thing, so and I just saw a commercial for it. Anybody watching the Golden Bachelor? Oh my God, that gets pretty good. Now, I liked the old dude at first. In his yesterday's episode, he's turned into a big weenie. I don't know if I like him too much. And some of these old broads, some of them are lookers. I tell you what, some of these old broads, not too shabby. Yeah, absolutely. So it's a fun show to watch. They have to put the drama in there. They being the production crew and all that stuff. They have to put the drama in there. And the more wishy-washy this guy is becoming, the more I understand why they picked him. I guess he's attractive. Excuse me. A lot of the people I talk to say the dude's attractive, so I would assume he's attractive. Okay, so and I'm not denying that he looks like he works out. It looks like he's a pretty good physically shaped guy, but the more he's going along here, the more he's too much of a weenie, a wimp type of thing. I like one of the first episodes. He's taking a girl on a date, and he didn't know how to drive on the highway. I never driven on this highway before. Dude, get behind the wheel, put your foot on the gas pedal, and go. All right. It was embarrassing to be called a male when he was watching stuff like that. Okay. And there's Bad Bunny on TV. So, and then these broads, holy moly, you get a bunch of broads in this house living together. And I don't know how long they're doing it because they say the episodes are once a week, but I don't know if they just live together all week long and then don't do anything. And then, I mean, so, and then wait for the guy to show up on one day and they do everything that one day. It makes no sense to me. So I'm assuming, just for TV purposes, they're calling it a week or something, or it's got to be a couple of days. It's just like the Biggest Loser when that was on, which was okay. The best was the original Temptation Island back in the early 2000s, late 1990s, early 2000s. The original Temptation Island. Oh my God! You talk about a train wreck. Wow! I'm watching TV one night. This is when I had my first house, about when I lived in Indianapolis. And I don't know what show I was watching, but the show was over and I was doing stuff in my kitchen. The TV was still on, and this Temptation Island came on afterwards. I started watching because it was such a train wreck. Oh my God, was it a train wreck? And at the time I worked at a restaurant. I was a bartender restaurant. Get to the restaurant the next day and found out there was another bartender there. She watched it as well. So every week we have to call each other on the commercials. It was funny to see that because it was so much of a train wreck. That first Temptation Island. If you can get your hands on it to watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It was so bad. It was you had to watch it. I mean, that's how it was. So, hey, Kevin Owens is on KO. Now he's making him to be a really good guy. Oh, the chicks interviewing was pretty hot too. So there you go. So yeah, get your hands on the original Temptation Island. That was wild. And in Golden Bachelor, I said watch it from the beginning. Some of these old broads, I'm telling you, people say you shouldn't call them old broads. Yeah, whatever, you know. If you're watching my show or listening to my show to hope it's going to be PC, man, I couldn't even tell you how to spell PC. All right, so let's not even go there. And I'm saying that out of love and affection. And yeah, some of these old broads, sure, would I do them? Absolutely, I'd do them. Absolutely. Yes, I'm not a young man as I used to be either, but hey, who is? Right? We all have our life experiences. We'll just leave it at that going on. Okay. So, all right. What was the other thing I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, I said money. We can talk about money. We can talk about finances, but I don't know if I can get into it too much now. Why? I don't know. But we're just not. Podcasting, and I saw this because I just got an email pop up about one of the podcasts I listened to. It's getting bigger and bigger, and more people are doing it, but fewer and fewer people are doing it correctly. Oh. Here's a story from the podcast I did the other night. This is a funny story. So those who follow my show, my health and fitness show, those who follow that know that I interview health and fitness experts from time to time. Usually, I do this on a Tuesday basis. Every Tuesday, I release a new video, whether it's something I did or whether it's a interview that I recorded. And it's usually I do the video podcast with me on one side of the screen, and then the other person on the other side of the screen, and we're having a conversation, okay, about health and fitness in some way, shape, or form. And then I take the audio for that and I put it to different podcasting platforms, distributed, so you can find it in just about any place you listen to podcasts. Okay, Top Fitness Strategies and Top Fitness Strategies presents. Go find it. Go listen to it. We have a good time. So this past week, I get home. The interview is right at 4:30 p.m. my time, and there's about 2 or 3 weeks out of the year where on this side of me the sun is starting to come back down, and the sun shines right into right here. I mean, literally, it's hit me right in the face, and I always forget what those 2 or 3 weeks are in the fall, and then 2 or 3 weeks in the spring when the sun comes back the other way. Okay, so it's like that. So I'm like, uh-oh. So I'm scrounging to put something up over the windows. I don't have window blinds for this particular window because why? I don't need it for that period of time because usually I don't schedule at that period of time anyway. So I'm putting blankets, I'm putting towels, I'm tacking them up to the walls just so the sunlight isn't coming and hitting me in the face and it just looks horrible. All right, so I get all that taken care of, and the other person comes on, and just like usual, nothing out of the ordinary. But for whatever reason, on her end, she can't get her camera to come on screen. And we're trying everything. I'm trying stuff on my side. She's trying stuff on her side. For whatever reason, her camera can't come on screen, which is not a problem. Things like that happened. So we're doing the audio version. We just do the audio portion. I was like, you know what? I was telling her, I said, here, I'm scrambling for the last half hour trying to rig up something so I won't have the sun in my eyes and it look horrible. And here it's not even going to be on film or whatever, or on video. So it was quite comical. Oh, good me. Yeah. That's funny. I start talking about that and I start yawning. Hey, you don't yawn during podcasts, but hey, I do. Chris, hey, yes, Charlotte's on. I know, Chris. Charlotte, be still in my heart. Yes, Charlotte's on. I should take on Io Sky. Charlotte's, I predict she will not win this just for the fact that I don't think it's a big enough show. She should have won it last week if it was the season premiere. Something's going to happen and Io Sky is going to cheat or something's going to come up and something like that because they want to do this at Crown Jewel. They want to have a big one at Crown Jewel at the upcoming pay-per-view. Okay. So her and I did the podcast. I was going back to that. Her and I did the podcast, and the audio portion will come out really good. And just for the fact that I think I have a decent sounding microphone, and she had a fantastic sounding microphone, so the audio should come out very good. And also, I was so tongue tied during. I'm trying to read her bio, and I kept messing up, and then throughout the interview, I kept messing up my word. It was just comical. We were laughing all the way through there. It was comical. And if you know me, I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to this talking stuff. I'll get behind the microphone and I'll talk. I usually don't edit anything, just for the fact that I like to be authentic that way. Now, sometimes, yeah, if there's some major stuff happening, I will edit it out. Why? Because not that it's unprofessional, because once again, professional and me. I do believe I'm professional enough. I'm professionally authentic, put it that way. I'm not one to do what they call jump cuts, just so there's no dead air in between words. I'm just not that way. To me, there might be programs for it. I don't know, but I'm not going to edit it that way. Right. But when everything was said and done, her and I, we had a great time. She's looking forward to releasing it to her crew, to her followers, to her podcasting platform as well. Ooh, wow. That one hit me all of a sudden there. So, but it's refreshing to interview somebody that has a microphone here. And here's a tip for anybody that wants to be on live with somebody else. Have a decent microphone, for crying out loud. I talked about this before. I could talk about it again. You can get a decent microphone for under $50. Right? And sometimes it's around, you can get a good one for 20, $25, a good microphone. And just use the talking to. That's just that simple. Some folks, their iPhones or Androids may work okay, but acoustically speaking, you better be in a good position to do so. Just keep that in mind. And when you listen to podcasts, you can really tell a difference. Well, maybe you can't. And this is not a big deal on my end. I'm not a big deal just because I'm into microphones and I do voiceover work. So I know a little bit more about the microphone stuff than everybody else. So I can tell when somebody's microphone is really crappy or they're not even using one. And being on this end of it, when I do interviews, it is horrible when the other person is just using the laptop microphone. It's just horrible. So keep that in mind. Also, I've been asked to co-host a podcast. Holy crap. When is that? I think it's this week. I think it's Monday. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to be co-hosting a podcast with somebody. He asked me to come on with him, so we'll see how that goes. It's going to be interesting. So, this cheers on that one as well, right? Okay, so we have Halloween coming up. I know I'm just all over the place, huh? We have Halloween coming up. What is anybody getting made up for Halloween? If Brenda, if you're still watching, I remember several times when I lived in Florida and we were both going to Banditos. Man, I'm telling you, there were 2 years in a row. We the first year I was there, I don't know, first year or second year I was there. I think it was the first, maybe second year, whatever it was. That place was standing room only. I mean, it was wow, was it standing room only? Had a ball over there. Then the next year, it got all gussied up, and I went there again. I got all I don't even know what costume I was wearing. It wasn't even this year. Brenda remembers it wasn't even half as packed. So I don't know what happened there, but man, first year it was standing room only. The next year it wasn't, and I'm assuming I went to a couple more after that. I think we all did, but it was just nuts. That first year we had some really good times at Banditos. I'm telling you what, I missed those times. It was we had some real fun times there, and again, the father time catches up. We all get older, and doing karaoke and going out just isn't the same anymore like it used to be. I'm supposed to be going out tomorrow night to a place. I don't know if I want to go or not. I've been at karaoke here before, and the person who does it, bless her heart, she just doesn't want to come up with the times. Yeah, at Banditos, Brenda says we had theme nights once a month. Yes, we did. Absolutely. I remember one of these. This was funny. They had pajama night once. I wasn't going to be in town. I was out of town, I think, for a dance event. But at the time, and Brenda, I don't know if you know this or not, but Carolyn, Carolyn Martz. I shouldn't say her last name. Oops, whatever. It was Bill's sister from Bill and Gail. Everyone thought her and I were an item. We weren't. We were just good friends. Always hung out together. But she got one of my dress shirts because she was tiny on her. It looked like it was a dress. It came down to her knees. And she said, "Can I have this for the thing?" She goes, I said, "Sure, take it for the pajama night." I don't know if you were there for this or she talked to you if you even remember, but I remember this. It was so much fun. She told me people are asking where she got the shirt. She goes, "I just picked it up when I left Andrews this morning after we woke up." So she was telling people that, and people were like, "What? Are you and her going out?" And she says, "I'll never kiss and tell." But we were never an item in a. So you have pictures of that, Brenda? Oh, you got to send me the pictures. I wasn't there when the night she was wearing my shirt. I wasn't there for that night. So you got to send me the pictures. If I was, I don't remember being there that night, put it that way. I know I was there other nights. I remember we had 50s night, we had pajama night, we had rocker night, we had all kinds of different cowboy nights, and we did different things. So it was, yeah, if you have pictures, you got to send them to me. All right. So I'd love to see them sometime. But no, we had a good time with it. So when we were younger, that was, because I've been here now for 10 years. This is 2013. I came back in 2012. So I've been here for 11 years. Holy moly, been back here in Indiana for 11 years. So that was 2008, 2009-ish, something like that at the time. Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's when I was young and had muscle. I used to be able to say when I was young and I had hair, but hey, you never knew me with hair, Brenda. That's right. You never knew me with hair. So I was done, did shaving by then, shaved my head. So that was going on there. Okay. All right. So let's see here. What else was I going to talk about? A few more things. I might call it a night. You know why? Because I'm getting tired. I was up early this morning, been running around all day. And say, I teach out of school. And when I'm done with that, I haven't stopped since 4:00 until now. And I've been running around doing stuff, and I'm a bit tired. So I think I'm going to call it a night. Brenda, appreciate you being here. Chris, appreciate you being here if you're still watching. Appreciate everybody else being here. I may come on tomorrow night. I don't know. if I'm going through this karaoke thing, they don't have unless they kicked up the notch a bit. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere. There is no cell phone reception. I'm talking zero cell phone reception. The Wi-Fi they have is very, 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 very dim. Now I haven't been there in 6 to 8 months, 12 months, something like that. I think the last time I was there was last Halloween. I don't think I've been there since. Yeah, I don't think I've been there since. So it's been a long time. It's a place that was the banditos, put it that way. It is a wait a second here before I go off the air. Let's see, Brenda sending me pictures. Wow. Oh, look at you. This is the pictures from look at that. Brenda, wow. I'm not going to show those. For those watching, Brenda just showed me some pictures from the what was it called again? The pajama and lingerie nights when back in the day. Holy moly. Lingerie night. Oh wow, look at that. I can't show this. This is a family style show. I can't show this on TV. Yeah, on the podcast. And then it was Halloween night. Look at that sexy nurse. Look at you. Oh my word. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Baby doll. That's all I'm going to say. Very nice. 2 thumbs up. Absolutely. Yeah. Huh. We can just go back one night and one night only, huh? Oh, what fun we could have. Ah, that, let's see here. Let's see here. Brenda says, sent you pics. There are more on my home computer, which is dead right now. Okay. You show those pictures of that computer, liven them up really quick. Yeah, I'm dying to see them. So when you get them, send them to me. Absolutely. So okay. All right. So once again, yeah, I'm going to talk about it real quick because I'm pushing for it really, 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 really bad because we have all the promos going on. The card that I market, and this will be the end of my sponsorship, is this Transact card. Is $25 for life right now, folks. Come on, it's $25. Help a brother out. Brenda, one night only. Well, we could start with one night. we got to get through the first night to get to the second night, right? There you go. So help a brother out if you're watching this, and get the card. Yeah, it's my business, and through the company, I hit different bonuses. $25. If you get it, let me know. We'll do something in return for you. Okay, just jump on it, get the deal. Whether you use the card or not is irrelevant to me at this point. I just need to have a couple of numbers in there, so I'm asking all my friends to get it. Okay, ask me how, and we'll go from there. Okay, so yeah, Brenda, one night only. Again, to get to night 2, you have to get through to night 1. Okay, so but I'm sure we could reminisce and have some good old times of that one. Ah, what did Apollo say to Rocky once? Too bad we gotta get old, huh? Too bad. Yeah, it says let's see, 'cause that would have been 15 years ago. So yeah, I would have been yeah. Yeah, it would have been really fun, I'm sure. Brenda, why do you got me thinking this way? In your 16 hours away. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. My good friend. Way to go. Yeah. So okay, I'll stop it here. But love you, Brenda. One of these days, babes. One of these days. Okay. So all my friends watching, thank you so much. Popcorn and whiskey. One last cheers. Here we go. I'm gonna finish watching SmackDown and I'm off to bed. All right. Sweet dreams, everybody. I'm Andrew. I'm the face who runs the place. Popcorn and whiskey. So until next time. Ciao. Oh, wait a second. Wait. I can't say ciao yet. Brennan says, speechless. I love it. Okay. The reason I'm not talking much, Brenda, I don't want to incriminate anybody. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. I don't know how much I can't say and how much I should or shouldn't say. It's not fair to people who aren't here to defend themselves. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. And it's not a speechless thing because I'm speechless. It's speechless because I am being, what's a good word for it? Being gentlemanly is not the right word for it either. I'm being what's the word I'm looking for here? Speechless because I'm being nice, and it's nice not the word for it. I can't think of the word for it, but that's why I'm speechless. Not because I don't have anything to say, because I got too much to say, and I'm protecting the innocent. Okay, so let's see here. Tact? Yeah, maybe it's being tactful. That could be it. Maybe I'm being tacky, right? That's it, tacky? No. Have a little bit of tact to me. Maybe that's it. A little bit of was it couth? Couth? I'm not being uncouth. I'm being couth. Is that right? One of those kind of words. One of them big, fancy, dancy words. Words aren't thrown around too much over at Banditos. It's way too, what's the word I'm looking for? Way too high class for over there. I'm telling you what, folks, if you get a chance, and I don't know if it's the same way now as it used to be, but Bandito was probably the friendliest place you'll ever go to. It looked rough, but it was one of the friendliest places you're ever going to go to. I never had a bad word with anybody in the place. Did fights break out? Yeah, a couple of times. When they break out when I was there? No. But it was, I never had a bad experience there conversing with folks. Never once did I. It was always a fun time. People were nice, people were friendly, people were polite. I don't recall anybody being disrespectful to me or any of my friends over there at all. And believe me, there were some times that they should have been. Even when the place was jam packed, we just had a good time. Jim broke up a few fights. Jim did. Jim's Brenda's husband, for those watching there. Jim broke up a few fights. Jim's a nice guy. I tell you what, and he doesn't need to get in the middle of fights, but if he broke them up, good for him. Like I said, I never saw any fights there, so it was good. I guess an alligator ripped somebody's arm off a few months ago over there, and I didn't even know there's any water behind the place, so never got a chance to go back there. Anyway, Banditos, miss it. All right, miss those days. I know you guys took me in from being an outside stranger. You guys took me in, and we had a good time. Just that simple. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to really get out of here. All right, Brenda, love you, babes. Tell Jim I said hi, and we'll reminisce another time. But until then, miss you, babes. Love you. Till then, this is Andrew. I'm the face who runs the place. Until next time. Ciao.